Hi, this is Stuart Zell. I want to welcome you to this video installment as we delve into the millionaire next door and the 7 habits that create the difference between millionaires and non-millionaires, or what we call prodigious accumulators of wealth and under accumulators of wealth. This should be an exciting episode for you. Now, may I suggest, if you haven't already, this is video 6 in an 8-part series, that you watch all the videos in their entirety, because each one builds upon the other, and it would be a shame to get, say, the first 3 or 4 and not the remaining 3 or 4 or whatever it is. So I highly encourage you to do that. Now, last time, if you watched the video, you'll remember we looked at what's called EOC, Economic Outpatient Care. That is parents providing money in some form to their children. In all cases, just about weakens those children. In all cases, they found that the more dollars children are gifted, the less dollars they will ever accumulate in their lifetime. And that's kind of extended into this lesson, the next lesson, in that we're talking about, the chapter calls it affirmative action family style, and their children are economically successful or self-sufficient. Now, most affluent families that have children naturally want to at some stage start distributing those assets and that estate to their children. Usually this is motivated by the tax treatment in that country when someone passes away. Often there's heavy estate taxes, or death taxes if you will, that motivate people to gift the money to their children before they pass away, or a substantial part to reduce that. That makes sense. The decision to gift the estate to reduce taxes makes complete sense. The challenging part is how to do it. Now, this chapter explains, there are some fantastic stories in there that I recommend you get the book and read yourself. But the chapter explains that it's easy when you've got young children. So if you've got 3 young children and they're all around the same age, it's simple. You just say it goes 3 ways and you're done. It gets much more difficult, however, when you've got adult children. So for example, you might have 3 adult children, one's married, one's single, one's got a job, and they're all got different situations. Some have kids, some don't, some have jobs, some don't, some earn a lot of money, some don't. And this is where it gets really, really interesting. So let me show you what the facts state. 3 things from page 175 in my book. 3 points that point out the status quo, and then we're going to get to 10 rules that the successful wealthy families use in employing this with their children and estate planning. So generally this is how the situation is. Parents with non-working adult daughters and temporarily unemployed adult sons have a high propensity to provide these children with heavy doses of economic outpatient care. These children are also less likely to receive these children are also likely to receive a disproportionately large portion of their parents' estates. Point 2, the more economically successful offspring are likely to receive smaller levels of economic outpatients and inheritance. And finally, many of the most highly productive sons and daughters receive no wealth transfers whatsoever. And as they point out in the book, well, that's the reason why they're wealthy, because they weren't weakened in the first place. So there you have it. If you want your money protected and to grow as a parent, give it to your more financially successful children. They will grow it and protect it. If you're not concerned about that, then chances are you're going to give it to the people that need it the most, that have squandered it the most, and that have not earned it themselves at all. And that is the status quo. I find that really interesting. There's some phenomenal stories in here, as I said, but I want to share with you, it gives some stories from their interviews, but then it gives 10 points. Now, I'm not going to go into them in depth, but I am going to read them out for you. These are the rules for affluent parents and productive children. Not one, not the other, but both combined. Number 1, never tell your children that the parents are wealthy. I find that interesting, but smart. No matter how wealthy you are, teach your children discipline and frugality. I think that's fairly smart. They're going to be in charge of the money one day. Number 3, assure that your children won't realize you're affluent until after they have established a mature, disciplined, and adult lifestyle and profession. Number 4, minimize, that was number 3. Number 4, minimize discussions of the items that each child or grandchild will inherit or receive as gifts. Number 5, never give cash or other significant gifts to your adult children as part of a negotiation strategy. Number 6, stay out of your adult children's family business. Number 7, don't try to compete with your children. Number 8, always remember that your children are individuals. Number 9, emphasize your children's achievements, no matter how small, not simply just their symbols of success. And number 10, tell your children that there are a lot more things, a lot more valuable than money. So with that, I want to finish up and quote from the book here and read a bit that I think is really fantastic. It goes like this: good health, longevity, happiness, a loving family, self-reliance, 5 friends. If you have 5, you're a rich man. Reputation, respect, integrity, honesty, and a history of achievements. Money is the icing on the cake of life. You don't ever have to cheat or steal, you don't have to break the law, and you don't have to cheat on your taxes. It's easier to make money honestly than dishonestly in this country. You will never exist in business if you rip people off. Life is in the long run. You can't hide from adversity. You can't hide your children from life's ups and downs. The ones who achieve do so by experiencing and conquering obstacles, even from their childhood days. These are the ones who were never denied their right to face struggle and some adversity. Others were, in reality, cheated. Those who attempted to shelter their children from every conceivable germ in society never really inoculated them from fear, worry, and the feeling of dependency. No, not at all. This is Stuart Zadell.